good is the pillow. So right now, guys, the bed is vibrating. I'm trying to show you guys the strength of this vibration. There's one of these pillows, probably, the bed itself on the back. So, good morning, guys. This is Laverne Shea. This is real life. This is live. This is Chicago, where you see women on the news as victims, single mothers, married mothers, good mothers, bad mothers. You see bad women on the news, but mostly good women that people have deemed pray for rituals. Sometimes children go missing silently, and they use these tactics to make women snap out, snap off, and appear crazy or unstable. I'm stable. I'm from God. Okay. I have my days because of what's going on. But if you see this computer moving around, this is what happens while I'm asleep. And it wakes me up because there's a loud humming sound in my ear. There's a hard vibration that's moving this computer while I'm standing here everywhere I go. And this is supposed to be some tactic to make me look crazy. So, yes, the computer is moving by itself. I just left the room and came back. You heard a bit of noise. It's because I had to do some maintenance to myself for the night when I wake up because something wakes me up. So, this is what I normally record because they were trying to say I'm crazy. This thing is moving by itself. Okay. This is moving by itself. If you watch this, I was trying to find a focal point on the ceiling or whatever where this thing is moving by itself. When I first left, I didn't have a focal point. That is the ceiling mount for the light fixture. All right, okay. And normally I hear someone's feet sweeping through the hallway because everybody drags their feet, except one little bunny hop person, and they don't count. But I don't know if it's a button they push. And then now they have someone on the couch listening to everything. Why, I don't know. So every so often I'll do this. I'm gonna leave it up. See this black thing? See that? It's moving around. This is the bed I lay on. Let me move it over. Every absolute day and night, this thing goes off and starts vibrating. Someone rigs it up like a hydraulics car. Like the car, this thing hops like this sometimes. Every time I buy anything, it gets rigged up. So basically, they put something inside of this. I don't know, but I'm supposed to look crazy. But you guys see it's vibrating. It's moving. I'm not doing that. This is how hard this rumble is. Every absolute morning, it wakes me up. And it's like, it's just a quiet, rumbling ruckus, very lightly detected. I'm going to assume it's the pillow, but I think it's the whole thing because the top of this is moving around. So small variations, but it's moving. Mm-hmm. Must be this pillow. Let me see. Move it back to the chair. Yep, still vibrating. This is the ceiling where you see my face. There is a refrigerator. I think that's it. Because again, this is everywhere I move. Refrigerators aren't doing that in hotel rooms. There's no refrigerator. There's a small one. Maybe that's it. But this is everywhere I move. Okay, it's down. Maybe I'll just cover. If anyone's experiencing this, it's not you. You're not crazy. It is a tactic to make you jump up out of your sleep in wee hours. What is this? What's wrong? How come? No, 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 no. That's why I'm not panicking. It's irritating that somebody's just nuts to be doing this stuff. And then have a lookout person, knowing it's not going to work. You know what's going on. But they crazy. They need straight jackets or caskets. Okay? Because they don't stop their gremlins. They do not stop. It does not stop. That can make you mad. See it? I promise you I'm not moving it. That is what I go through every morning. Just about. You see it moving? I think it has variations. Sometimes it's more violent than this. It seems so subtle, but it's irritating. You would snap. You would get mad because you don't want people to say you're crazy. I could not care less. So you don't want to say anything out loud, so you end up holding it in and then snapping because it's unbelievable that people are doing this to other people and they have enough money from a psych ward person to follow you everywhere you go. I've been to Wisconsin, same thing. Going to Indiana, same thing. I've been all over Illinois. Someone follows me. What's their signature? Certain things they do around me. Certain things they pay other people to do when they can't do it. It doesn't stop. But God is about to clear all of these machines, these psychotic gremlins, the little source of money, all of that cleared out. They will not have the opportunity to harass believers and their children. Some of these kids are probably in Nevada or in a nasty basement club hanging with a nasty, confused man sexually, trying to tell them what to do, like they're a daddy or something, pretending to be a boyfriend when they're not boys themselves, telling your daughter what to do. And she does it trying to be accepted and survive out here, not knowing she's dealing with gremlins. So that's that. I'm going to stop now. I think you can visually see that this thing is moving by itself. Look at it twisting. It's in a whole other direction now. And steady moving by itself. So I don't know what it is. But God is about to fix it. God is about to fix it for you. Okay? Don't worry, let the little gremlins have fun. And they absolutely do not die. They multiply. They teach the younger ones to keep up this kerfuffle out here in these streets. Yeah, they train kids that they meet favorably now how to keep this up. Hello, 3 people that are watching me. This is why I don't come on video. I get woken up at random times of night while the warden listens or watches. So you can give an accurate report of how they've been irritating me. Come on. Oh, they trying to upgrade. Oh, I think I like it. See, back in the day, I was able to do this one. This is from the 80s and 90s. I love this one because I would do silly things like sing and model and pose. It was a little bit more detailed, like a drawing. It's not as detailed. Like you thought you were in mud but it's cool. Hello, Molecule. Here's the other one I would use when I was younger. They're bringing it back. This is from the early 2000s. Wow. These were the two I would use a lot on, I don't know what page or what app. It was on a computer or a cell phone. Yeah, I had a computer, I think, and I would try and do different videos for social media. And Molecule is way too early. I don't know if you're insult to me. Stop yapping. That's not nice. Whether you're joking or not. I'm not an entertainment board. So stop yapping and talk to me. Okay, I don't know if you're a troll or a bot or a booger, but that wasn't nice. It wasn't. Uh, so I'm going to assume. I'm going to assume. All right. Yeah. All right. So you got to be nice over here. Now, I don't know. I like this one better than this one because I don't feel like being visible since I was woken up. But since I'm up, let's talk about it. Good morning. Welcome to Daily Divine Guidance. Again, this is where I believe God allows me to speak to you guys about my story, to encourage you through the Word of God, and to help you lighten your burdens and lighten your path. It gets dark outside. A lot of things are happening. Things are changing. A lot of stress, a lot of envy, a lot of problems, a lot of changes are going on. But God, right? Somebody said, why you don't show your face? Because it's early most of the time or it's late. And I'm not dressed. I get home, I'll get comfortable. I'm just who I am. And I'm going through changes with housing due to these gremlins. I'm going to watch that movie this weekend. Maybe I'll start now once I hang up here, listening to the gremlins because that's what I'm dealing with. Someone mentioned that, and it just gave me pretty much what's been happening. It's like what I keep seeing is the scene. It looks different though, where they were having so much joy in the kitchen, terrorizing a lady, but it all of the people in the studio, they all ran except her. I think she finally ran, but I think somebody stayed and they blew up the kitchen, throwing pots at each other and laughing like gremlins because they were trying to see what they could do to destroy her set. Her. Why were they trying to destroy her thing? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at all three parts. Uh, but it was cute and cuddly, and some mad scientist tried to clone the one little cute one, and I think that's what somebody's doing to me. They're taking my image, my look, my style, and they're training other people or encouraging them to go out in the world and twist what I do in order to make me look like I'm that bad person. They just have them out using my name, imitating me, doing things I do, just being weird. And these people are signing up because they're young and impressionable and they need a role model, but they're possessed already. They're demon possessed, I believe, because they're around evil people that are always seeking to kill, steal, and destroy like little gremlins. So these gremlins are in this one kitchen scene where this lady is where the lady is cooking, minding her business. She has a talk show. She's on TV, literally, and these little things pop up out of her bowl as if like her pot, as if to scare her. And he got the spaghetti all over him, laughing. Now this is supposed to be cooking, and this thing is in there playing with the spaghetti. She screams. She gets the top. She gets a spoon. She's trying to ward this thing off and it's throwing stuff. She got her shield for the top from the pot and it's just throwing stuff and, and then some more show up out the cabinet, grab her by the hair. That's how I feel. And then another one show up and they're throwing pots and pans. And then there's the chief monkey that's training the little ones. I'm assuming he's like an old uncle. He's like, okay, look, we need another idea to blow this joint up. Just stupid.
Why are they bothering her? So they decide to start throwing pots and pans into the microwave. So, as this one little gremlin is having so much joy throwing this thing, he decides that it, it just start randomly throwing them, and it hits old uncle. And he's looking like, "Oh, you're so stupid. I don't want to play right now. You know that hurt right now. Put the pans in the microwave." That was his face. Like, get him in there. So they start throwing him in there. He closed the door like, "Boy, you guys are nitwits." And he turns it on, and they're like, "Oh my god, they're gonna blow the set!" And so she finally runs like, "These little things are stupid. I better get out of here and save myself." And there you go. And they blow the kitchen up. That's how I feel these fools are. They're just looking for stuff to just, they have no direction. They have absolutely not a brain cell. Oh, let me just sit the F down. They're constantly looking for ways to F something up in your life. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're not stopping because you're not the only one. Yeah. So we're going to watch those movies this weekend because this is seeming like what the scenario is. If somebody mentioned it, I'm like, that's what this is. Yeah, they're like little gremlins. I promise you, it's like a group of people, and they're constantly watching to see how they can dismantle something in people's lives. So if you have a relationship, they send a gremlin in to take that and mess it up with Jezebel. If you have kids, they're pointing out what you're not doing, what you are doing. Sometimes they get around your kids, sending in family and friends knowingly, and your kids are unknowingly discussing situations thinking this is just normal family. These people are gremlins. So they're taking everything they're hearing and twisting it up to see how maybe they can call DHS or DFS, DCFS on you, or Child Protective Services. What's that? CPS. And they don't stop there. Then they start, somebody, no, you probably got one or two bills. So they're calling you, telling you that you owe money that you don't owe. They're sending you letters that are not letters from a real facility. Some of these people have started illegal businesses and call centers that look legitimate to the government because they're part of the government to steal your money. So they cause issues in your life, like maybe your car getting towed, you getting tickets. How do they do that? Well, they have friends in the system, other gremlins that work for the city or state or even the government, where they change laws and rules just to get you so that they can get your children out here at the Diddy parties or the R. Kelly parties. I love you, man. Um, I'm sorry if I offend you. Please do not sue me. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just saying you were having parties. And some of us have some beautiful young girls that are coming into adulthood. 25, 26 don't make you fully grown. This is why the men love you. And you may not know that, but I thought I'd tell you because they see that they can take your youth and your energy. And by the time you look up, you'll be 45 like me, with some little kids running around going, dang, what happened to my 20s? And I tried to tell you, these people will have you running around doing what they want. And you'll be trying to comply because you want to be of service to someone in love or kindness and be accepted. Whole time, they don't care about that because they're gremlins. They want your youth. They want to use you in the community. This is why I got my daughter a degree. And I told both of them, float that degree until you get out of his community, out of the city. Go somewhere where there's normal people that are doing normal things. And it's hard to do, but you can pray God has an answer to this societal sickness, society sickness, where people want to leech off of someone else sexually, monetarily. And they keep putting these kids in these contracts through music or through dance or arts, pretending to be agencies that assist people. And it's a cover up for a sex ring or people stealing people's identities, stealing people's lives and opportunities. And they put these kids in contracts like slaves, and these kids sign it and they run away from the family. And they find themselves in really bad situations because they cut everybody off. Oh, you must be silent. And I encourage you to understand you have a right to walk away from whatever you don't want to be in. And no one has a right to say, I own you. No, you cannot. And then you're young believing it. No, you believe in the word of God that said you were free. Contracts do not bind you past God. And you go with faith to walk into the area of your life that you need to fix, and you fix it by walking home. And you be strategic when you walk, because you ain't returning. And no one has a right to even seek you after that. And if they're doing to you what they did to me unknowingly. Yes, sir, I am white, ma'am. Whoever unknown is. I'm actually a white lady. That's why they chasing me. I'm a woman. hmm And I have power and status. And I use it all the time. Karen, don't be a Karen. Yeah, you funny. hmm He did. He said that. Don't be a Karen at the store. hmm Okay. Well, Lemeski, ma'am. Henry Hernandez? I don't know. He did. So, whatever the case, I'm going to take this down for people that are spooked out by ghosts, because I'm not. Holy Ghost is real. Spirits do exist. So, I'm praying for my daughter, because I'm sure someone was paid to treat her like trash. And she's trying to hang in there and figure it out and see this is what they did to me. And I'm sure they're trying to pull it on her, but I'm pulling her through. And I wish a punk would. And my little one, I love her dearly. And I am going to have my children in my life. They took them being stupid. And my kids fell for it. They just need to get me away from them because I love them. And people keep saying, hey, you're so close to your mom. Who are you supposed to be close to? A pedophile? Or a kid your age that's hunching on everything in the community? They're ding dong. We're supposed to be close to our parents. We're supposed to be thinking about the future and not about effing. See, that's that demonic stuff. Point being, whatever's going on, God is about to clear it up. It's going to stop. It has to stop. People isolating families from each other, throwing kids out here into the real world harshly without a real foundation, almost prostituting, dancing for whores and pimps, competing with ratchet little kids that don't have directions or brains. That is not God's will for angels. I know you guys can see me clearly again. Oops. I'm just going to keep it on there because I got my eyes closed. I'm going through my changes, thinking about how people are taking advantage of not just me, but my kids, my family. And they're sitting back watching and reporting to each other like little gremlins what the next move is. I wish I could make it up. But I come to encourage you guys to know that God is real. He's able. He's doing great things, and we need to be encouraged and continue to tell of His goodness, His mercy, and grace. That is a filter unknown. Amen. So, all I have is the Word of God and encouragement right now, this early in the morning. But I wanted you to see for yourself what I go through with my sleeping arrangement, where this bed be vibrating and waking me up, and then people laying around listening, see me, my movement, to see if I'm still alive is what they're looking for. Is you still alive? Why would I be gone? Why would I be gone? That's what I need to know. Where would I go? Is she still here? Go check. Yeah, I'm still here. Mm-hmm. This other phone is broken. I'm not sure why it's making noise. Anyway, guys, God bless you this early in the morning. I just wanted to come on and show you at the beginning of the video why I be waking up so early. It's because this bed be vibrating in the area. Now my arm hurts because I've probably been exposed to some type of electrical. Call it electrical treatment. See, I don't know why it does that. I need to leave it off because the screen is damaged. I don't have a phone. Now I have to buy another one, which is fine. Something blinking? The frick? I never noticed that. Can you guys see that? Is it me? I can't see it to the naked eye, but it shows up over there. I think someone was trying to hack it. and they couldn't, and the whole software went out. Maybe they tried to do that because a billionaire is trying to call me, and they're mad. I did say government agencies were involved in some of this kerfuffle. They took stolen money and created sectors of government. I ain't mean to restart it. God, it's hard to turn this thing off. Sector, because you can't see the screen really. Well, you could. Sectors of government that have agencies just for kerfuffle, and they get paid, like stalking, stealing, harming, locking people up, causing problems in people's lives. People pay this agency to come, these agencies, there's a few, to come and cause problems in innocent people's lives to separate them from their children, cause them to have bills, cause them to lose their lives, just starting fights. It's like a kerfuffle agency. Not just kerfuffle agents, it's a kerfuffle agency. They even have call centers where people call you and harass you, um, say you owe bills, again, that you probably, I don't know, that they do a lot. I wish I could explain. Such as me and my daughter had a car together. They caused me to lose the car, lose the car. And my daughter's mad at me because our names were on it, but it's like I didn't do it. And that sounds strange, but it's true. They were in the background having people go out and tamper with the car, play with the fob. You know, some of these cars don't run without a fob because they're electrical. So they sit up and study your model and how it works. And then they find ways for it not to work, even if that means tearing up your brakes. Where are my bubbles? Then I have bubbles up here. Okay, let me keep that up there. Distract you from my face. And they get paid. As long as your car goes down for a day or two and they're hoping it's forever. And it's all because they're out here doing illegal stuff again legally. Like prostituting women, but they're saying these women are on some type of payroll through the city. Like brothels. They're taking city money or stolen money and they're starting businesses like healthcare, but they're really grabbing people that are sick and elderly and maybe mistreating them in the agency, and they stole somebody's identity. And so they start up this business, or they steal your business and they hire people that aren't qualified, but the city passes it, or workers. Oh, that's my cousin. Oh, yeah, we've been doing this. Yeah, little gremlins. And they get paid. Like they're starting businesses that look legitimate, but they're not really like a nursing home. These people may be elderly already. They're probably going out like hospice, but they'll have some stolen money they stole from somebody, whether they killed somebody's life or child or sold their own nephew, cousin, grandma, somebody. Put a policy on them, or these people had policies. They stole it from the actual policy holder. In some cases, killed them out the way, moved them away, made them go crazy. So they get the 10,000, 100,000, 1,000,000, whatever. Or they kill people silently by making them look crazy, unstable, unrecognized. Oh, don't pay no attention. She crazy. She crazy. So when people see them, like, oh, that's just that crazy lady. And not to be wrong with it, you'll be a genius, like a billionaire status woman, man, or child. And they'll get you killed silently. No one looks for you. If anybody see my daughter, Jacksenia Morris, let me know. Um, and then they cash out on the policy. And again, I'm still trying to see who these demonic insurance agents are, because that's illegal. You're supposed to be a professional company with a reputation and integrity. So how are you writing policies on people that aren't aware of it and letting it be cashed in? Are you that thirsty? So I'm still trying to investigate. I said that. Who are these agencies that are writing policies on people without their permission? And I mean, this has been a long time thing where you're supposed to have that person's signature. You're supposed to have some real interest in them, such as they're sick and you're the child. And here's the other gremlin side. These people are making people sick, and yes, you need burial insurance, and sometimes people don't have it. So instead of you going and saying, "Hey, um, I know you're sick. I made you sick. And see, people know that sometimes when they get sick, that the family did something, put something in their food or drink. That's why my grandfather said, don't drink nothing, don't eat nothing, because they're poisoning stuff. They want you. No, he didn't say all that, but he said don't. He just gave me some instructions, and I pretty much live by that. But most times, if someone puts something in my food, it pretty much poops out or drinks out. And this is why I'm not getting big head, but I'm very confident that God loves me. People have been doing things to me with poison. I know that's why my legs hurt. That's why my face grew fat. I was supposed to have some illness due to being overweight or something. And I was blowing up. And the skin left when I started losing weight. And they're like, how was she healing? She's supposed to be out of here. So I'm still healing. And all the fat in my face is still here. It didn't go away. So how do you tone your face? They said overall by losing weight. So we're working on like now I have a bottle of water. I shouldn't drink it, but I don't feel any alarm. And plus, I was just choking for no reason. Maybe I was eating. I ate something, just a little piece of candy. So, see. So if you guys want to help me get another phone so I can keep up with stuff, let me know. It's $100. Okay. Um, my email there you can use for Zelle. I think. Yep. You can send it through Zelle. Um, just saying. They keep hacking phones and computers. They're probably trying to get into this one. I had this one, but it's outdated. It was hacked. Sorry, guys. Too much going on. These people are serious and gremlin money hungry for money, and they will take you and your kids out because they have no love for humanity. They're just interested in God and the manifestation of money. So they have no humanity, no respect. I'm now 50 and they're still pulling this. I'm getting wrinkled. I get upset sometimes when I think about all the years that this has been happening. And now I'm getting wrinkly. I haven't enjoyed a man because they keep sending in crackheads that I wasn't aware of with mental problems, mama problems, daddy issues, money problems. I mean, drug problems. Did I say mental problems? Just wasting my time. Now I'm wrinkly with all this abuse, injured, looking old and disgruntled because my teeth hurt, my leg hurt, sometimes my face hurts, so I can't even smile. And they're glad because I usually look so happy and at peace. It's like, well, if we cause her physical pain and some injuries where she's wrinkled and discolored and her eyes are saggy and brown from all the electrical exposure. Now the rumbling bed and us waking us up at 4, us waking her up at 4 or 5 in the morning and then having a fool listen out to see. Did she wake up? Yeah, she should look old in a little bit. Missing teeth, pain, wrinkles. She should look tired and worried. And everywhere I go, I look hurt. I look disgruntled, like I'm thinking about something. And that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. They didn't want me to be the happy, beautiful, star-eyed person that I am, always smiling. Yeah, let's take her teeth too. Let's take her life. That's where it went. Let's just take her life. We can do all that to her. We don't need her anymore. We've already stolen everything from her. Her kids, her relationships. I mean, we're gremlins. I mean, let's just go on and get her and kids out of here. I'm telling you, I still haven't seen my kids because they thought they were under the radar. This is why they were working so hard to keep Kamala in there. I don't know that lady, but under her, a lot of these gremlins had a lot of grip on a lot of these agencies that were causing problems to people like me. These people were making gabillion hood dollars, and God is the money. You think God was pleased with these people taking God and using him for evil? This money was supposed to go around the world and feed people that were homeless and not put them in a brothel, but in a better position in life. Kids that ended up in brothels and on drugs and dead for money. That wasn't what that was for. But they hide behind these agencies, as I've stated, and they're doing demonic gremlin stuff. Gremlinish. Yeah, that's gonna be my movie this weekend. I'm gonna be laughing my butt off because It's not funny, but they put humor on it. Stephen King. It's cute when you're a kid that you see these cute little things that were supposed to be cuddly and fun and alive, kind of like a cute puppy. But then they spin it off with demons running around looking like the cute one, the innocent, sweet one. Now everybody's confused on who's sweet and who's not because there's so many of that one. And it's exactly what somebody's doing. They've taken children that were abused and misused and turned out into demonic activity workers, saying they're children of light because they're hiding behind a name and an agency that's supposed to represent Jesus. Turning kids into prostitutes and street junkies and gang stalkers. Where's God? Just like the gremlins. That mad scientist made more than one from the cute one. And now the other ones are running around doing all kinds of stuff from the old head originals. No direction. Just doing what they're told. No brain. No power to say, no, I'm not going to do that. They just do it. Like little gremlins, just tear stuff up and think it's funny. And it has humor in it. But they were very diabolical. And this is how it's all coming together. It's all starting to make sense. How they're so destructive. They're everywhere. They don't die. They multiply because people are teaching people, and when they need it, they teach others, and it just snowballs into this whole group of gremlins that are out just being destructive. It's crazy how somebody these are gremlins. It's like that makes a lot of sense. That's a good analogy. These are little demons that were cloned from the good one. Just what? And they don't die, they multiply. People having babies under this foolishness. Several people got pregnant under this demonic activity. And they can't help it because they were cloned. They were created to keep up the kerfuffle. And this is how you keep these agencies, these kids. Say they got me pregnant twice. Got the same goofball. And they sent him in to be a gremlin. And so when my kids are young and they're teaching them that I'm bad and I'm out of control, they basically had those kids for that purpose. And you're up here trying to figure out how come my kids listen to them more. Because right from the get go, they were training your kids to be gremlins. From up under you. They just had you to have them. See? And then they were going to take them at the appropriate appointed time and throw them into something, push you out the way if they had to kill you, and put those kids in something because they couldn't get you. You knew. That's why they didn't like you. You weren't going. But they trained your kids to see you as trash and garbage like everybody else so that your kids will go over there. And they've been doing this, little gremlins. They've been doing this. They've been doing this. Pied Piper mess. Government helps because people in government helps. They're the ones that have these agencies. They're going to be shut down. Not sure why this is happening. I only drank the water. No, I drank the water because of this. Excuse me. Some people won't understand that. Some will. They sent someone in to impregnate you to keep the gremlin circuit going. And now your kids are out there being trained to be gremlins. And they trick these kids into this stuff by having them sign these agreements or having them around certain activity that you're not aware of because society says at 18 your kids are grown. That doesn't mean they're prepared for what's out here. And I feel sad that a lot of kids have been tossed outside or running outside going, I'm grown. They have no idea. People are dying out here without their families. They're doing hard. They're almost on drugs. Somebody's trying to coach them I'm sure they don't get sleep in some of these gremlin camps. And you try to tell them, and it looks nice. They make it look so nice. They do. We put our kids in a program at DeVry up here in the white neighborhood near Lane Tech that I went to. And I don't know who these teachers were or who was sent in to discourage these kids. I guess when I signed up, some other people were following me around and putting these disadvantaged kids in there that didn't have mothers or fathers. See, my kids had me and I was plugged in. But people around me were making my kids feel like I was overbearing. I was very protective. I was a good mother. I made sure my kids had things, and a lot of these kids did not have things. They did not have mothers. I don't know if they were killed off by these agencies, but these kids did not have good homes. They were out in the street having to sleep with strangers at 10 and up, you know, to have needs met. My kids didn't have that problem. So these kids are influencing my kids, and my kids are starting to look at me like, oh, she's all in our business. They're kids, right? But that's the attitude they had. And I'm like, what is wrong? They're surrounded by kids that never really had families. So now they're picking up these kids' attitudes. I don't know how. Instead of them being grateful, they would look like, yeah, my mother needs to back off. These kids didn't have parents. So up here in this program, I get these ghetto wretched, for real, I mean ratchet. These are kids that have wretched lives. They don't have God. My kids had God, protection, a safe place. And someone decided, we're going to take that, lady. Yeah, we're going to take your kids and we're going to take your life and we're going to do what we want with your kids. Thanks for the ride, lady. Remember that movie? Thanks for the ride, lady. I had to see what movie that was. I want to see that too. Maybe I should write that down to remember because it's going to be a long couple of days. And I'll probably just go shopping. So, point being, they wanted to kill you for insurance, sell you to science for more money because you're fascinating. That you can actually see these agencies and what they're doing and what the government has set up and what their plans are and how they play games. You see that. You see the war that's coming. You see people taking people's kids. You've seen people around you disappear. You know, but you were like, well, you don't know. But now something says you need to be alarmed and say something because this can't keep going on, especially with you and yours. God put y'all here for a purpose. Now your kids mad at you and they're running around pretending with everybody else that you're such a bad person and you don't really care about people. And it's like these crazy kids. See, grandma, say I'm trying to act like grandmas, like the rest of them. Yeah, she is horrible. She is not. She is. She now. Yeah, I agree. Oh, they'll see very shortly what I was saying if they're alive. They will see very shortly what I was saying. See, I'm supposed to have a lot. They mess up all that. So when I look to the side, I look strange. This is not my face. All of this extra and oh boy, somebody's doing magic. I never believed in that, but I see how people use it. They messed up my jawline. Yeah, this took my youth, but they didn't take my heart. That they didn't do. They couldn't do it. Can't make me bitter. They tried. So if you're going through anything similar to this or seeing something like it, trust and believe they're doing it. And I'm going to tell you, through curiosity of this new group that wants to come back into the political arena, they were snooping around in the communities trying to look at how they could be a hero. And they found out that they didn't need to look far. In fact, they found some very gruesome, sad situations that maybe people they knew had caused in the community planning these agencies. These agencies have been stalking people, paying people to stalk other people. They've been solicited by people in the community that became part of their elite circle. Because there's people up there digging around in the communities, looking for people like P. Diddy. Impoverished children, impoverished women, impoverished mothers and fathers that need a chance at the elite. What you don't realize is they're only putting you in there to attack your own for money. And most monkeys take the bribe. They take the bribe or the contract to harm their own. And some of these agencies noticed through their wanting to be a hero in the community, which they probably caused, someone around them caused. They saw the inhumanity for some reason. I'm going to say God. They saw the inhumane ways that people were finding using the money that the elite group paid to harass and stalk stars like myself. You may not be on stage, but you're a celebrity, each and every one of us. Beloved. We just don't have the lights and camera on us. But I have a lighting camera. You can do it at home. You don't have to get on stage. God rewards people that talk of his goodness. You may not ever see a stage or Taj Mahal. May never sing in front of a billion people. But if you get to heaven singing in front of your camera with your lights, if you continue to be obedient to God, I have to tell you, he's going to put you in places you didn't think. And you keep your composure and you stay blessed and you do what he tells you and he'll cover you. Somebody don't want me to talk, but too bad. I'm going to keep going. And so, trust God, keep going, and things will work out. Things are going to work out. They have to. Work out means you go to heaven. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy down here. Doesn't mean everybody's going to love you. Doesn't mean people will understand you. They'll support you. Doesn't mean that. But God is good. He has angels. So when these people were looking in the community trying to be a hero, they may have even set these scenarios up where they can come swoop in and save the day and go, see what I did? Now let's give some awards to some people. Go with the flow. Don't even try and fight it. You know what happened. God knows what happened. These agencies paying poor people riches or sudden wealth, unexpected income, in order to commit their crimes to get a pass and then play hero. By abandoning these people in these gremlin circuits, and then those people going to jail and being on the news, and then here's the hero pretending. And then they figure, well, this is the government. I can't fight them. I signed a contract, an NDA, and all that. But now you're going to jail. Now you're going to hell because you agreed to be a part of something diabolical. And some of these people are putting people into science projects, big scale science projects, by studying people's blood, which God does not appreciate, by stalking people, seeing how they react. This is not a damn movie. This is real life. So, do you see where I'm going? God is not pleased with this stuff, and He's going to shut them down or give them some severe issues. And they thought, well, we're the government. God owns the government. The laws and rules that are in place were to serve God and his purpose. And do y'all see that? Do y'all see God anywhere in here? No. You see people finding their own justice, their own rules and laws, their own influence, their own foolishness. And God is saying it's time for me to correct this because you are getting out of control. Out of control. You're being ugly and mean and evil. And the money that I use for people to not be homeless, to not be sick, to not be on cots, talking, injured. My arm is injured because when I do wake up, most times some type of energy on these pillows because when you leave your furniture, somebody that works in the sewing industry, they've been doing this for a long time, so they know how to do it quick. They come in and open up your furniture, your stuff. They put in this fabric or these little devices that helps the thing vibrate or be susceptible to certain energies. So when it gets to a certain temperature, like when you're laying or when it gets to a certain time, everything goes off. I don't know what they're doing, but I noticed that somebody knows how to sew. Like when you buy things, it doesn't have these outside seams. But when you come back a few days later, maybe third day, after buying something, pillows, certain furnitures, beds. Somewhere the seam is different from how you bought it, which means they planted something inside so that your bed does vibrate at certain times. And you're supposed to think, oh, I must be a ghost following me. Oh my. No, you just irritated that people are this psychotic. Pillows, anything with cushion. Like this had more cushion. I come back, it has no cushion. It's just dead hard. Hard to sleep on. And someone thinks that's funny because they want me uncomfortable. They want me injured. They don't want me to heal because they're what? Psychotic. Who does that? Who is so interested in my personal life that they just want me always in a kerfuffle? Gremlins. Always want me hurt. Like now, the bed is stretched now. I'm heavy. They blew me up to almost 300 pounds. 250, 57 pounds. And I'm getting back down slowly. And so maybe some ways I get up and down because I'm injured. It may, but I just bought this bed. It shouldn't be this, like somebody came in here and pulled it. I mean, it's really stretched like it's gonna be 2 seconds from anything and it's just gonna fall apart. So if you want to help me get a better bed, you feel free. That email is attached to my Zelle. Um, so be back on the floor. That's what someone wants. So they've recruited all these other gremlins to come against me, and then they got my kids all up in the air. But I pray every day and send angels to protect them and watch over them because they're not bad girls, and they don't deserve to be treated the way I've been treated since my 20s and before that. But when I became an adult, people really got loose. Like, oh, she been up on our mama. We know she ripe for the streets. All we gotta do is have sex with her and see how we can get her. This is why it's important not to have sex. And I know people out here will trick you out into the streets because your mammy and them were so mean that you're looking for love and hugs now. It's because people were distracting your mom. People were causing her to be like abused and a zombie. And so you're like, you were never there. You're there. Grow up. Grow up. Oh boy. So now you're out in the streets and now they want to kill you and they don't want to be there either. But they want to kill you. Did I want to kill you? No. Okay. They want to eat you and rape you. Did I want to eat or rape you? No. They want to take your blood and kill you for insurance or science projects for the rich people? No. Putting people in labs, playing games. And they were doing this in your home, putting cameras watching you, seeing everything you do, being weirdos, using government cameras and expenses, listening to some gremlin wench and doing stuff. People fell for it. And now the government is flipping, and they're probably the ones that caused it. But now they're like, we gotta correct this. This is inhumane because if it was us, we'd be upset. So yeah, maybe we should stop. Yeah, God's gonna give some of these people a taste of their own medicine. They're not gonna make the money they did. They're not gonna have a chance to do it again in this lifetime. And probably they're not coming back. None of their families are probably coming back. They're not gonna go over to the new earth or heaven. They're not. Some may, but I mean, because some were just thrown into this thing. So I believe God will have mercy to retrain them and redo them and allow them to stay here. But some of these people, they're gonna be the last. Like they were trying to do you, they were trying to take you out so that no more of you would be here because they're stupid. But God says that's not my plan, stupid. You're not God. You're not me. You never will be. So let me sit all y'all down. So those agencies will be those gremlin agencies, those kerfuffle agencies. They're going to be shut down. If not always already dismantled. God did not call us to be demons and gremlins. Now you gotta have the good and bad. But there's a consequence. Congratulations. Don't say no one told you. Oh, don't say no one told you, baby. God loves you.